At the end of last year, I got a question from a customer if I could build a replica model of his actual car. We agreed upon a kit and a price, which will not be disclosed, and a couple of weeks later I got everything in to go to work, started prepping it, did my first modification on the rear bumper for the carbon fiber panel, scribed all the panel lines, scuffed the body up, added a couple of coats of primer, and started applying the color. The roof on the actual car along with the hood is black, so I masked the entire body off, applied a couple of coats of black, finished off the decals on the rear panel with some carbon fiber from Scale Production, and then finished it off with some clear coat, and that is the Diamond Clear from Zero Paints. The black paint I applied to the roof was not really that smooth, so I needed to polish the roof out completely and got it to a super smooth finish again. On the trunk I left a small mark in the primer, thought I had sanded it out, but it just kept showing up after some more primer, some more of the paint and some clear coat, and it even didn't polish out. So after all, I just did a quick spot repair on that trunk panel and it was never to be seen again. The engine bay was also finished alongside with the chassis, a lot of black parts and some small detailing and some gunmetal in the engine bay. The interior was a two-tone gray and olive gray blackish color, so I mixed up a custom color with some olive gray and also some black and painted all the seats, side panels and the dashboard. The actual dashboard and steering wheel has a lot of carbon fiber details on it, so I took out some more Scale Production carbon fiber decals and went to town on those parts as well. After a couple of details with some chrome pens, some silver paints, some red paints, and some red markers, the interior was finished off with some flocking, and it turned out to be, in my opinion, a really good replica of the actual interior in the one-to-one car. The interior and chassis were finished, so I was left with a lot of details and small parts on the body. Everything got painted, detailed, and assembled, and it turned out something like this. Now before everyone starts, as I mentioned in the last video of this series, I will be changing the wheels. There were no actual wheels that turned out to look quite a lot like the ones on the actual car, so we decided upon some 458 Challenge wheels. Those are still on order, and when they come in I will fit them to the body and hand the model over to the commissioner. Overall, it turned out to be a really good build. It tested some of my skills in adjusting the rear panel, making that panel line in order to have the carbon fiber panel, and also doing some of the modifications to the interior and a lot of the intricate carbon fiber decals. The customer was a really good guy to work alongside with. He sent me enough information for me to build a really good replica of his car, and it was a lot of fun communicating with him. And I'm really looking forward to changing it to the actual wheels which we will be using and then handing it over to the customer.